Oh,
Brilliant.
never.
So,
Drink all the beer.
taking a mulligan against the Thoughtseize Inquisition deck, never good. Never good.
Unless we're playing Boggle, like turn one ley line. Lynn was like, no. All of my thoughts seasons and Inquisitions.
If my opponent's playing Boggles,
it's pretty bad for you anyway.
Yeah, but you have to rely on like my Death Shadow is bigger than your Boggle, or I stubborn denial you at the exact right moment. That is
which
basically
is the Daybreak Coronet.
Yeah, I stubborn denial the Daybreak, and we're back in it. Actually, the one that gives them flying, that's the most annoying one.
The Ogre Spoon.
Yeah. Not a lot of nothing. No, not happening.
I mean, also the.
So bobble myself because there's a Street Wraith in hand.
Yep.
Pass the turn. No, I did. I wanted to know what I was drawing. I think.
Yeah.
Have a second land, so I bobbled myself to see what I was drawing before fetching or doing anything. Hit the second land drop off the bobble draw, and then just crack both fetch lands. Easy. So, Watery Grave, best land of Death Shadow, followed up by Blood Crypt. I hate the Steam Vents is like the worst land in the deck. I mean, Basic Island is sometimes just better.
Yeah.
Because you search for Basic Island more, but Steam Vents is one of those things where, like, if you mulligan and you have a land light hand, sometimes it's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
That's a turn 2 Death Shadow. It's just a 1/1.
That's a bitch Death Shadow.
What could possibly go wrong?
Fatal Push.
I'm the type of guy.
Do you have the Stubborn Denial in hand against the Fatal Push? Is the question now.
I always have it. And yes, I do. So I'm the type of guy that I will play my Death Shadow as a 1/1.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying like, do you have the Stubborn Denial? And I was pushing my land up, messing with him. Like, yeah, I got blue mana right there.
Yeah, he does. He's one of those just garbage people.
But I'm the type of guy who play a 1/1 Death Shadow and hold the Street Wraith in hand, just in case. It doesn't need to be a 3.
Do you have a Street Wraith in hand?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I will do that.
Yeah.
I'll hold the Street Wraith in hand to cycle to pump the Shadow if I need to. Unless it's swinging and dealing combat damage, you don't need to cycle.
But see, then if you played Lightning Bolt in the deck, you could just bolt yourself.
Yeah, I was doing that at one point, but bolting yourself is actually not gaining card advantage in any way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
It's very rarely that helpful.
Yeah. Well, it's now a 4/4 Death Shadow.
It grows, just like my malignant brain cancer. It just keeps on growing.
And unfortunately, you're still here.
Yeah. Just can't get rid of me. I have like Wolverine healing powers, but it's just like it heals at a normal rate. That'd be the worst thing ever. You just regenerate from everything, but at like a regular pace. It's like, yep.
I'm not dead, but it's about 10 years later.
I can't die, but this is life debilitating. It'll get better eventually. Big bummer. In for 4.
Yep. Well, maybe. Could be more. Oh, no. All right. We're just delving into it.
Just leaving that blue mana open. There's 100% of Stubborn Denial. You have to read that into it.
I mean, I still feel if you have a removal spell, you still have to play it, though.
Yes, I do play with lands up front because I really got into Magic heavily when I was playing Control, and so I didn't really have any creatures, and my only permanents were like lands and like a Planeswalker, so I just played with my lands up front, and I just got used to it, and it makes me feel more comfortable to play that way. Also, people complain about it, and if it's going to give me an advantage against my opponent, then that's great. If my opponent's psyched out by me playing my lands up front,
we just hit it on camera because like they want the standard stuff on camera to all be the same.
That's true, but I also forget and super don't care. To be honest.
This is why we cattle prod him a lot. right in his sphincter.
It's true.
So taking 2, 3.
So beyond
Detention Sphere.
Yeah, there's stubborn enough for that. Just nope.
Yep.
No getting rid of my threats. And really, what's going on a deeper level?
So you used to have lethal, right? Yeah, because they thought he's puts it to lethal. Okay.
So beyond me winning that game, I think we need to talk about at a deeper level. This was a real battle between foil original Shocklands or foil RTR Shocklands. Which ones are better? Most people will say the original ones because they're the first ones, but I think the art on the reprints are better.
Which reprints?
The RTR. Return to your Replicant. I think the art is just better on there. Except for like a few niche ones. I think the revised.
Yeah, there's certain arts I like from each revision, or from each set, and so it's kind of difficult for me just to like lump all of them into one. All right, so it looks like Esper took out both Collective Brutalities, one Jace Vryn's Prodigy, and one Goryo's Vengeance. Brought in a Bane Slayer, Spell Bomb, Engineer Explosives, and Auric Champion. And it looks like Liam took out 2 Push, 2 Tumor Battle Rage, 3 Bobble, brought in 2 Disdainful Stroke, 1 Colgan's Command, 2 Lily on the Veil, and 2 Brutality?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I typically take out Teamer Battle Rage against decks that have cheap interactive removal. Like, you don't want to run that into a path. You don't want to run that into a push. It is unfortunate that he's likely has Lingering Souls, and that's a big roadblock, but it's just something you have to face. Like, just force your way through it. Like, you don't want to get blown up by the Battle Rage. Okay, so yes, the original way to play was with lands up front. That's how Wizards first told players how to play. That's changed since then. So whatever. I think it more whatever makes you comfortable as a player is how you should play.
Right.
I
do understand why they want on the camera to all be the same with lands and back, because like newer players watching, if they see the 2 different styles, then there's gonna be questions of which one's correct.
That's like saying newer players are so low IQ that if they see anything different in a board state, they're gone.
I think it's more they just want to be consistent.
Sure, but I don't like it. And then Rob Alexander does do really good art, and I'm not saying Rob Alexander's art is bad. I just like the.
Except you are.
No, I just like the newer art better because I think it's more striking. It has more contrast to it. It has I think it's a better realized like depiction of what the lands actually are. It's like I think the worst original Ravnica Shockland is Sacred Foundry. It's like so bluntly just a giant anvil. It's like, ugh, do not like.
Liam's like, no, I want the hidden messages. I want the hidden smiley face tree on Return to Ravnica on the Temple Garden.
Gloves have been drawn. I think look, if Dredge players can fan out their graveyard in the combat zone and everybody's just like, yeah, that's cool, it's Dredge, I can put my lands up front. That's all I'm saying, dude. You're gonna let Dredge get away with that? So, even more unpopular opinions, not only do I not care that my lands are of a different set, when I was playing Tron, I purposely got lands from different sets with different art. Every single land was different. I don't want to help my opponent keep track of what lands that I have. Why would I do that?
Also, the ones that are OCD, you can watch it just rattle them and it's great.
Sure, there's that too, but like if you're playing land destruction and you're going to blow up my Tron lands, I'm not going to make it easier for you to identify. Like, I'm not going to withhold that information for you. If you ask me, I'll show you my lands.
Yeah.
But I might as well give myself that slight one advantage.
Except you are.
Yeah, no, the art definitely is subjective. I agree with that. The whole beauty is in the eye of the beholder, sure.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I just like the RTR art a lot. I hate the newest ones just because of the new border and the little almond there. That's just glaringly distracting.
Yeah, I mean, Wizards is trying to do some preventative stuff on counterfeits, though, so I also understand that.
I understand why, but it don't look good. That new border don't look good.
I like the legendary border that they have.
Don't look good. I'm not into it. Just have my borders be not there. I don't want to have to think about the border. I just want to see the card and the art.
So what I'm hearing is you want all the
full art, yeah.
No, the Amonkhet invocations. You want all that kind of art.
I don't like the Amonkhet ones because the hieroglyphics obscure what the card is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what this art is, and I don't want to know what the card is called. I know what the mana cost is. What's happening?
So you have to memorize it all on mana cost, Liam.
Yeah.
It's all of it.
I mean, I would. I will. I have. You don't know me.
So Inquisition, fetching in response, I'm assuming he's gonna opt?
Yeah, he's the only reason you fetch in response is to cast a spell that doesn't get taken. And if he's got a landlight hand, or if he really, really wants to cast like a Thought Scour or an Opt without it getting hit.
That's true.
Okay.
Getting tagged. I thought Scour, I guess, would be the other one.
Look, if I'm playing, and I know myself, if I Inquisition you and you've got one land Opt, I'm taking that Opt.
It's fair. It's like Thought Scour.
If I can free roll that game, I'm going to try to do it.
Yeah.
And it's 2 lands.
2 path.
Double path.
Goryo's Vengeance.
And Opt.
Oof.
So I did not take either the pass here because there's 2 of them and there's kind of no point.
Yeah.
And then the Opt is just meaningless, and the Goryo's Vengeance is the only way that he really gets ahead of me in this game, or
Yeah.
like has something going on. So erring on the side of caution, just take the Goryo's Vengeance. Don't let him have that nonsense going on.
Yeah.
Like this game, with the hand that I have, which is like Lily Last Hope and Liliana the Veil, it's not like the paths aren't going to be impactful in like a meaningful way. They're going to get discarded eventually.
Yeah. That's also not a great start for you either. Looks like Concealed Courtyard coming down. Yep, and pass turn.
I believe this. I had a landlight hand as well.
You have a Fatal Push though.
Yes, but there is 2 whole land there. I kept in the Fatal Push, 2 of them at least, because he plays Jace, Vern's Prodigy, and I'm not letting that card flip. I'm not about that.
You should be all with that life, Liam. So it's like fetch land, pass, push the Jace.
Just show him like, hey, this, kill that thing.
Push it real good.
That dead. I don't like that. That dead.
Damn it, Bobby.
Yeah, just all the lands. Play Lily.
Down ticker, right?
Yes.
Pro plays.
So I didn't have the land in hand when I played the push, and
you drew it. That's why.
Yeah. I was more interested in getting cards out of his hand than like the Edict.
Oh yeah.
I guess I did have 3 lands. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that. I don't remember. Brain am not work good.
No. I mean, like the thing is, you just want to take Jace off because like with Lily, you can keep ticking up and then taking away resources from him. I think is more important than just keeping up a Fatal Push. Because like I think with the Lily, like if he ends up being able to like hard cast a Baneslayer or Grizzlebrand, like Lily's obviously a better choice of hitting it than Fatal Pushes.
Yes. My favorite aspect of Death Shadow is the eventual hard cast of Street Wraith. That's what I really play this deck for, is to just hard cast Street Wraith.
Like, fight me!
Like, what up? Swamp Walk. It lightning bolts you every turn. Doesn't die to push, doesn't die to bolt. How do you deal with this? You're gonna path
Oh,
it?
it's a 3/4, isn't it?
Yeah, you're gonna path this thing when I've got Kermag Anglers and Death Shadows? You won't.
It's like, damnation.
Second Lily, even better than the first, hits the bin immediately. It's gone. We do not want this.
Oh, and a Grimmy Boy, which is gonna catch a path.
Immediately, yeah.
No, it's like...
Just gotta get him out of his hand.
Yeah. Like you both didn't slow play that at all. Like, no, it's just like, dead.
We knew what was happening. Leaving the Fatal Push there because it's a reliable.
Man, like, yeah, I was like, oh man, I don't know about not keeping the like the land in hand to keep the path up, because like Lily's gonna uptick and he's gonna have to get rid of the path and he has no cards in hand. But
pitching a Faithless Looting, that's value.
Oh, that's a Monastery Mentor.
And I try to immediately Disdainful Stroke it. It's like, whatever you have, I want it gone. Oh wait, never mind. Edict you.
Yeah.
Thought Scour myself. There goes the Street Wraith. Can't hard cast that guy. He's gone. Sad day.
Tassiger.
You can Disdainful Stroke Tassiger.
You can.
He knew about it, but it's not like he's gonna not play the Tassiger when I got Liliana.
My question is as opposed to like just down ticking Lily, why don't you just alter and just like put him like when he has no cards in hand, like 2 land and like a Mentor and then 3 land? I guess he probably would have kept the Mentor.
Because he just keeps. If I split 1 land Mentor, he pitches a land and a Mentor, which gets rid of my Lily that I want to just keep ticking up.
Okay.
Every time I tick down Lily, it's going to get rid of a threat because he's a very threat light deck.
And there's a Lingering Souls in the bin,
which makes the Lily much worse now.
Yes.
But he's just gonna flash it back, get 2 1/1s.
Yep.
Not very good against a Gurmag Angler at this point, though.
I mean, it buys turns.
Gurmag Angler is a thick boy.
He is. But I think at this point,
so I go to before ticking up Lily, I go to combat, attack, see what he's doing with his souls. He just chumps.
Yep.
Which means he's probably gonna chump next turn. So I don't really feel compelled to tick down Lily to get rid of the last token.
Mm-hmm.
Go to flashback the
Faithless Looting,
leaving Stubborn Denial and Fatal Push in hand. my hand was good at that point.
Yeah.
So I wanted both of my cards. He had no cards, so just get rid of the other spirit token.
And you put him on. You effectively put him on a 3-turn clock with the Gurmag Angler.
So I almost made it would have been a poor play to just take up Lily and then go to combat. So instead, you want to see what your opponent's going to do before you make any decisions like that. And because he chump blocked, I knew he wasn't going to pressure the Lily, so I could be more open about minusing it or doing whatever I want with it. Flashback the Faithless Looting, that gives me more information, and then finally that's when you make the decision about what you're doing with Liliana.
Well, and honestly, like a lot of us we try and teach like newer players to always always attack first before you do things in the segment phase, unless
it's going to affect your combat.
Exactly.
Unless you're playing something that has like haste as an obvious example,
or like prowess. If you're going to increase the prowess on like burn decks and whatnot, then yes.
I almost got into a...
Oh, discarding a Grizzlebrand. Oh. Top deck Goryos.
Nihil Spellbomb. Too late at this point. Stubborn Annihilate anyway. No, you're not drawing another card because you're at 5.
Yes. That would be
That's literally the only reason that I did that.
All right.
It's like, I'm not letting you redraw. No.
The Grixis Death Shadow in 2.